Good morning, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm a certified personal trainer, also a first-time mom, and I share all things health, fitness, and my lifestyle on here and on Instagram, so make sure you're subscribed and follow along. Today we are getting back into the YouTube swing of things. I have been so good about my monthly crazy yoga hauls, but other than that, my YouTube work has basically been non-existent, so we're doing a little full day of eating. Probably will show you guys my workout too, so a full day of eating and exercising. And then I'm also going to be showing you guys my most recent Thrive Market order because it just came in yesterday, and I love sharing little grocery hauls with you guys. Typically we get all of our pantry goods and like cleaning supplies from Thrive Market, and then we get all of our fresh produce, meats, and like dairy products from the grocery store. It's the perfect little combo, works super well for us, and Thrive Market is so incredibly convenient and gives you access to tons of brands that you can't really find anywhere else. At least we can't find at our nearest grocery stores. So love it for that. You guys will see everything. You'll also see my entire day of eating and exercising. It is currently 6:30. Just fed Scotty Girl like 20-30 minutes ago. Little Miss is still asleep, and I'm about to make some breakfast. Breakfast is served. I've got my water, prenatals because I'm still taking them, my coffee with a little bit of maple syrup and whole milk, and then sourdough English muffin with 2 eggs and 4 turkey sausages. Nothing fancy, but delicious. Also, I feel like I should mention, I am exclusively breastfeeding, so I guess this is like a full day of eating while exclusively breastfeeding. Not much has really changed with my diet because I feel like my milk supply is great, so like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I pretty much eat all the same foods I used to eat. Sorry if you can hear Little Miss, she did just wake up, so she's sitting in her bouncer in front of me. But yeah, I didn't really change the foods I'm eating because they seem to be working. The only thing that's different is like sometimes I change when I eat certain things. Like for example, I used to make my egg breakfast post-workout, but since it takes more time than like a smoothie or cutting up an apple or just having something little, I do it in the morning when she's still asleep since it takes more time. So nothing really new here, but you guys will see it all. All right, it's a bit later. It is almost 9 a.m. Mornings are definitely slower with a newborn just because you're doing all the newborn things, feeding, changing, playing. But we are now ready to go out on our morning stroll. I've got Scotty Girl with me, Little Miss in the carrier, and we still do our daily 3. However, we've been breaking it up. So typically we do 2 miles in the morning and then 1 mile in the evening after dinner. So we're about to head out on that morning stroll. All right, we are back from our 2 morning miles. And like I said, I finished my first water bottle before heading out there. So now it is time for my second water bottle of the day, which is normally my workout water, AKA the water bottle that I drink while I'm doing my workout. Typically I do some sort of electrolyte, whether it's like my Thorn Magnesium with lemon juice and Celtic salt because magnesium is an electrolyte, or like an element packet. I honestly prefer the magnesium, lemon, and Celtic salt. However, we're out of lemons. We're actually out of a lot of groceries, but we're hosting this weekend, so I want to wait to do like a big grocery restock closer to when we are hosting. So for this full day of eating, we're just working with what we have, so just keep that in mind. I'm doing element. Honestly, the raspberry is way too sweet for me. Probably a very unpopular opinion, but my favorite element flavor is orange because it's the least sweet. But this is all we have. So making water bottle number 2. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this water bottle is 20 ounces. I try to drink 4 to 5 of them a day to stay extra hydrated. I always like staying hydrated, but it's like extra important when breastfeeding, so yeah. All right, I'm gonna go feed Little Miss and then we'll head into the garage to knock out today's leg day. Today marks the start of my 7th week of getting back into working out since being cleared. I also created a brand new program for myself once I was cleared, and I started that once I was cleared. So today is week 7, day 1 of that. And the program is really just for me to get back into the swing of things. It's not a postpartum specific program. I am not pre or postnatal certified. I am a certified personal trainer and I have done a lot of research on like pre and postnatal fitness, but I don't technically have that certification. So I'm not gonna be like labeling this as a postpartum program. Also, you do not have to be postpartum to do this program. I always test all of my programs in full, make sure they're perfect, tweak them as needed before ever adding them to my app. So once I test it in full and make sure it accomplishes what it's designed to accomplish, then I will add it to my app and make it available to you all. I do need to add a few more exercises as well, like get them filmed in our gym and add them to my app, because there are exercises in this program that I haven't put in any of my other programs. But absolutely loving it. It's really just a program to get back into the swing of things and kind of regain my strength and core stability and balance and cardiovascular fitness. And I've absolutely been loving it. Originally, the program was very minimal equipment, like dumbbell, band, and treadmill only. However, I feel way too good, like too dang good to continue with the minimal equipment. So I reprogrammed the second half of it. The first half of it is still minimal equipment, dumbbell, band, treadmill only, but the second half has now progressed to utilize barbell, cable machine, etc. So I am very excited for today's workout because it's the first workout in the second half of the program. You guys will see it all. Oh, and if you're completely new here, I do have an app where I share all of my workouts, training programs, favorite recipes, educational info, and more. It's always linked down in the description. Whenever I do a lift, I always start with a little 5-minute warm-up walk, and then since being cleared to work out postpartum, I've been doing some deep core breath work to get my workout started. I did some 360 breathing, some glute bridges, and then also some glute bridge marches, both of which I made sure my core was engaged throughout. And then the first exercise of the lift was 4 sets of 8 barbell back squats. I did this first warm-up set with no weight on the bar just because it had been months since I had barbell back squatted, and then I threw the 10s on for my actual 4 working sets of 8 reps. These felt really good, but I wanted to be smart and start light just because I knew I was going to be so sore, and I was very sore. After that, moved into a superset of 10 barbell good mornings and 8 each leg barbell reverse lunges 3 times through that superset. And then we finished up with another superset, but this time dumbbell only. It was dumbbell hip thrusts for 12 reps, moving right into dumbbell single leg hip thrusts, 8 reps each leg. If you have done the superset, you know it burns the glutes. And then I always finish with a 5-minute cool down walk. All right, workout complete. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like very hot and sweaty. That was my first workout back to using barbells, like I mentioned, and I loved it. I started really light because I know I'm gonna be so incredibly sore, but all of the workouts in the first half of the program, since they're dumbbell, band, and treadmill only, they took just about 30 minutes, all of them. So I was very curious to see how the timing was gonna change with incorporating the barbell. And that took me 35 minutes exactly, like with my 5-minute warm-up walk and 5-minute cool-down walk. So that is awesome. Perfect for the moms with little ones who either don't nap long or hang out with them. She has been in her bouncer the entire time, just like chilling, chatting with me. She's the best little workout partner. She's right in front of me. You can probably hear her now. But workout complete. Post-workout fuel is gonna be a good old tropical smoothie, which you guys will see. Little Miss was tired of sitting in her bouncer, but in case anyone wanted a little physique update, here it is. All right, I didn't film myself making this because you guys have seen me do it 100 times. The recipe is on my app, but I finally got a new blender because our old one was like 10 years old and it was starting to smell like fire and make my smoothies taste like fire. So the new one was much needed. I'm starting to think that I'm the problem because I make my smoothies way too thick, but they're just so much better that way. And yes, I have a tropical smoothie every single day of my life. All right, finished my smoothie. We were outside playing. Now we are back inside, obviously, and I wanted to quickly run through my Thrive Market order. In no particular order. Got some Cascadian Farm cereal because when it's like really hot in the summer, sometimes I just love a bowl of cereal for dessert. I have dessert every single night. 2 things of chicken broth, some coconut aminos, some chia seeds. Got my husband some more creatine, some pasta sauce, maple syrup. My prenatal, I'm subscribed to this, so it's like way cheaper than it would be on their site. I think you actually can subscribe on the Thorne site too, but everything on Thrive Market is already discounted, and then when you subscribe, it's extra discounted. so it makes more sense to get it from Thrive Market. Some of the Blue Land laundry tablets. I do their laundry and their dishwasher tablets. Love them both. Some pasta, taco seasoning packets, another scrubber for dishes. These little like cotton rounds, I actually use these with our baby, just like clean her face and everything with micellar water. Some Made Good organic granola bars, Heavenly Hunks. These things are so freaking good. The little packets too of Heavenly Hunks. Solely fruit jerky. I'm obsessed with this stuff. I got this in my last Thrive Market order, and then they actually sent me like a little PR package. It is so freaking good, and you cannot beat the ingredients. This one is the raspberry and mango, and the only two ingredients are organic mango and organic raspberries. And it's like a strip of jerky fruit. They're incredible. I love them. If you haven't tried them, I highly recommend. And then cookies. These are like cleaner Girl Scout cookies basically, and then cleaner Oreos. So these are basically like Thin Mints. We keep these in the freezer. They're so freaking good. And then these literally taste identical to Oreos. However, they're cleaner ingredients. No artificial flavors or colors. They're so good. But yeah, that was this month's Thrive Market order. You can order groceries more frequently than monthly. It's just that if you're subscribed to something, it auto adds to your cart each month. You can choose to like skip subscriptions. So say I didn't need these, I could skip them. This is actually the only item I'm subscribed to right now. In the like fall and winter, I was subscribed to chicken broth too, just because I was using it way more often. But yeah, the one thing I definitely get every single order are my prenatals. And then honestly, I probably get laundry pods every single time too. So I should really subscribe to those to save even more money. But they have tons of different banned ingredients. If you haven't tried Thrive Market before, I highly recommend. The subscription is honestly so incredibly affordable. It's a no-brainer. And then like I mentioned, everything on Thrive Market is super discounted. But I do have a link down below that I believe gets you 30% off your first grocery order, plus a free gift up to a $60 value. I believe that is like the promotion going on right now. Sometimes the promotion changes, but I think that's what it is. I'll put all the info and the link down in the description box in case you're wanting to try. But yeah, it's just things I can't get elsewhere and things that we are consistently buying, eating, consuming. So big fan of Thrive Market. All right, it's like 3:30 and I'm about to prep some potatoes for dinner just so I don't have to later because little miss is actually napping right now. But I didn't show you guys, I did have a little snack. I had one of these granola bars and then one of these Tillamook snacking cheeses. I love these. They come in mozzarella, sharp cheddar, and mild cheddar. We grab all 3 bags. I snack on them and then I also give them to Scotty. I break them up and I use them as like training treats for her. She's obsessed with cheese, but easy little snack. I'm pretty sure they're like 5 grams of protein per little cheese. So that was my snack. All right, potatoes are prepped, AKA I washed them, cut them, drizzled some olive oil on top, and then seasoned with salt and pepper. And then I'll just pop these in the oven closer to dinner time. I typically do potatoes on like 400 or 425 and then in the oven for at least like 40 minutes. I kind of just keep an eye on them and make sure that they're nice and crispy. It is 6 p.m. Dinner is served. This is like the definition of like a manly dinner. We're just doing steak and potatoes and I'm keeping it real with you guys. My husband's not the biggest veggie fan and I'm honestly not mad about it because it makes cooking dinner super easy because we typically always do some sort of potato or rice with some form of protein. So majority of the time I'm only cooking like 2 things. Of course, every once in a while we do like the more intricate, still simple, but like spicy chili shrimp bowls that are on my app, or we do that with salmon. We do eat veggies, but a lot of our dinners don't include veggies. And I'm just keeping it real with you guys. This is not the most aesthetic dinner, but we have perfected cooking steaks inside, like not on a grill. This only works with fillets. We literally got this method off of Google, but you set your oven to 250 degrees. Obviously like the steaks need to be thawed and then we do olive oil, salt, pepper on them. Pop them in the oven at 250 for 30 minutes. And then on your stove top, just make sure like a pan is on like medium to pretty high heat. Put a little bit of butter in the pan, and then once the steaks are done for 30 minutes in the oven, you just pop them on the pan to pan sear like 1 minute each side, and they are perfectly medium rare every single time. But it only works with fillets, in case you're wondering. And then I honestly didn't even leave the potatoes in long enough to get super crispy, but we're hungry, so this is dinner. All right, dinner is all cleaned up. I'm actually on water bottle number 4 as well. I totally forgot to mention that, but we're about to head out on our little evening 1 mile stroll. Excuse my appearance, this is how I wear my sweatshirts at night because it's chilly in our house, but I'm always in nursing tanks feeding little miss. So that is why I look like this. But it's clearly way later. I am having dessert. I'm just gonna do 4 of these little like back to nature knockoff Oreos, healthier Oreos. Also, I know I said there are no artificial flavors or colors, but they are also non-GMO, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors or colors, no hydrogenated oils, and they are plant-based. So I am gonna have 4 of these and a big old glass of milk. They're just a classic. That right there is dessert. Sorry if you can hear a little miss. And this is gonna wrap up today's full day of eating. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a very realistic full day of eating while exclusively breastfeeding and my workout. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.